Bro, you niggas scared of the camera, bro. I got this shit.
Nigga trying to look at his phone and then you on the phone.
I swear to God.
Nah, bro, I'm like ready.
No, you ain't, bro. You on your phone.
I'm watching film and he pulled.
Bro, we gotta really do this shit if we gonna do this shit.
He said I'm watching film, he pulled the ball.
Did you see that shit, bro? Word.
It's Jack Gibbons, bro. Welcome to Just Life Vodcast. We got a lot of stuff tonight. Introduce myself. We're going to go around. My name is Jordan.
My name is John.
I'm Fo. Day.
Mike.
And like I said, we got some good stuff tonight. First episode of the season. First episode ever.
Yes, sir.
Got some good stuff. So I'm pretty excited to jump right into it. So what we got going on for the first thing is we're going to talk a little bit about our personal development as, as young adults, young men who are still developing. You know what I'm saying? We're in that development stage and we're also in the applying stage. We're taking what we learned and we applying it to our lives. So with the first thing, what has your emotional intelligence journey been? So what's your journey? What does that look like? What have you done? What are some things you do or want to tell people?
I'll go. I know, like, for me, like, self-reflect, at least try to do it, like, at the end of every day, you know what I'm saying? Like look in the mirror type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? And just, like tap into that, just, you know what I'm saying? Just try to replay the whole day in my head in a sense, like, damn, like, could I have done better at this? Or, like, did I do too much right here in this situation? Could I gave some more in this situation? Or, like, should I took back some, you know what I'm saying? In this situation, like, as far as dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, just managing my emotions, so I just kind of type into that down there every day, for real.
Anybody else?
I mean, just to piggyback off that, I guess, just managing the highs and lows of life, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Life started off low, but as you keep going on and on, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have the highs, and you know how the low feels, so you don't want to, you can combat everything that's going on in life because you already been to that lowest point. So if it ain't behind that lowest point when you was growing up, you good, you know what I'm saying? So you can always bounce back. That's what life always taught me, and that's how I always go through life.
So with that, like, do you like gauge? Do you gauge situations in your life where, like for instance, when I was younger, I was dealing with some emotional stuff, and I didn't know how to handle that, didn't know how to express that. But then now as an adult, I didn't experience stuff now that makes me, emotional, and like, do I compare when I was younger and I felt this type of way, or do I compare it to another adult stuff that I felt, or you know what I'm saying? How do you compare it?
I mean, y'all want to chime in real quick?
Yeah, so I would say, like, life is all about growth. Like, you're gonna feel emotions gonna come, like, things is always gonna happen suddenly. So it's all about, like, adapting. And like how you was saying, how you was been through some things in your childhood and you trying to evolve and grow. What we do a lot of the time is we just channel them emotions that we felt when we were younger instead of healing from those past traumatic experiences. And in a sense, like, events that come up later in life, it's going to trigger those same feelings. And if you bury them then, they're going to start coming to light, and that you're not healing from them, you're just trying to deal with them and sweep them back under the rug as time passed instead of assessing the situation, seeing what was going on, and, like, taking steps towards, like, healing, because a lot of times we be in denial about needing help.
So it's just carrying over. What you're saying.
Yeah, if you don't, like, open up or talk about whatever you're going through, or, like, figure out a plan to grow and continue to move forward, you're just going to keep burying it under the rug, and you're never going to heal from it, so you're never going to get that growth that might propel you for, like, the next step in life if you don't take care of that.
You got to face some demons, you know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, I was just thinking about that today. I've been in the car all day, and I was thinking about that, how you carry that emotional scar on you. That's all it is, for real. It's good and it's bad because, like you said, when you grow up, it's all about growth. Because when you're younger, you got a trigger. You always get that trigger in the back of your mind. Like, as you emotionally growing, once you get that trigger in the back of your mind, it flashbacks, and you still got that emotional scar on you. So, me personally, my emotional growth is like still growing, and I'm still getting better at it.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop.
But it's never gonna stop because you go through things every day. So like growing up, my mom raised 6 boys, 1 girl on her own. I ain't never had no daddy tell me how to be no man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody teach me how to treat a woman, how to love a woman and stuff like that. So when you go through like your first relationships and stuff like that, you learn from that, but you also get PTSD from that because that's your first real relationship. And that emotional scar, even if it goes good or bad, it's gonna stay with you, especially if it goes bad, because you're gonna have relationship PTSD. People don't really believe in that stuff, but I believe in it because in the back of my mind, I think like, dang, what if she might be a good girl, but what if she playing me? The last girl was a good girl, but she played me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That could be any situation.
yeah, that's any situation for real, for real. It's all about growth and maturity and how you look at situations, but that's just me.
Is it so? You know, like folks said, a lot of times, you know, we throw stuff under the rug. But I want to get to like why? Why is that? Like, are we too prideful to deal with our emotions? Is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like as adults, I know for me, as a youngin, you know what I'm saying, I was always taught like not really to express my emotions for real. Like if I wanted to express my emotions, I found other venues to do that. And you know, now that I think about it as an adult, my mom wasn't even an emotional woman, and my father damn sure wasn't emotional. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like the little time I had with him, it was just, you know what I'm saying? It was really no like love, or I didn't feel anything. It was just like almost like just a dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
like it's so coming from a young age, I feel like for me, it was instilled in me like, oh, you don't need to deal with your emotions. But now we're in a whole different age where, you know what I'm saying, emotions is in the curriculum of learning for real. So I'm just trying to get to the reason like why some of us feel
It's hard in this generation too because as
men,
men, you ain't supposed to show emotion. You get laughed at, people joke at. Like, I post a slow song on my thing. Some of my dudes from home be like, dude, what is you doing? You on that soft shit.
Yeah,
I be like, man,
light
listen.
skin shit.
You feel me? You on some light skin shit. I be like, man, listen, I don't let that get to me.
Yeah.
But like for some people, they scared to show emotion because of their friend group they around. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to solidify yourself around motherfuckers who genuinely care about you, because some people, you might be going through something. There's a reason you listening to this song, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's a reason you acting this way. There's a reason you posting what you post on social media. But they don't pay that no mind because they think like, oh, he just posting that for females, or he posting that for sympathy and stuff like that. But he really venting. People use their social media as a venting thing, and people don't understand that. But there's always somebody who watching you closely, be like, and they'll check on you like, is you cool? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But once you start showing that emotion as a youngin', they'd be like, you soft. You get labeled as soft, and nobody want to be labeled as soft. So you bottle up your emotions until you bottle up all of it too long, and it finally explode, and that's when something bad happens.
No, I definitely feel you and agree. Like society put this emphasis on this stigma on men that we shouldn't be like emotional. We should just be like the protector. You're supposed to be hard all the time. Don't cry. So like it's like you don't really know how to show emotion because you were taught to hide them for so long. So I think it's a part of like being prideful and also not really knowing how to deal with them because society put that stigma on men that you're not supposed to show their emotion.
And that's that growth too. Growth.
And that's hard to like deal with, and like over time you start thinking about things and you be like
I think like going off of what Mike said, he hit on like a good point, like just talking about how like on some like what you done been through and like where you at now, like just like think back, like you in the hood, bro, like you can't be all crying and shit like that, bro. You gonna get picked on, bro. You just put a target on your back. Like just imagine being at recess and you out here crying like niggas trying to play football. You feel me? This and that. And like you on some soft shit. Like you not gonna get picked up on no teams or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
What little dude you could have lost your mom.
Right.
You over there crying. They be like, why you crying? You soft.
Yeah, word. So like it just come from like a young age that like we just taught, just like y'all just said, just to like be tough as hell. Be like strong as hell. Then on top of that, you in the hood, bro. Like you said, eat or be eaten. You know what I'm saying? And like you can't put that target on your back, bro, because just so much come with it. Nigga, it's a survival skill to be like closed off in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
And not saying that it's a bad thing or anything, but like if we was to tell a young person right now how to navigate through that little thing of, you know, fighting back that powerfulness and fighting, you know, not being soft and stuff like that, how would you go about it, having that conversation with a young dude?
I think it's dangerous, bro, for real. just because like the like same stuff that like we just said, like when we was kids, it's even worse now, bro. Like, bro, if you out here, bro, you trying to be sentimental, bro, like it's over with, bro. Like social media, bro. So now you might be driven to like hurt yourself, whether it's, you know, like suicidal stuff, cutting, etc. So it's like you gotta kind of keep that tough guy persona around until you in a comfortable space. You feel me? Like coming to college for me was like a comfortable space. Cause now I'm around dudes who got the same goal and stuff like that as me. But like in the hood, like everybody doing their own thing. You feel me? Like you feel me? I don't got time to listen to you. You feel me about your problems? Cause I got my own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But now in college, like we all can kind of vent to each other and tap in because we got football, we got class. Like feel me? We all going through the same thing, and you just more supportive just cause like you know that you got a common goal. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like basically like what you said, like I think doing this podcast to help the youth at least see an outlet, because now they're seeing people that look like them, that's been through the same thing as them, that, you know, made it out, and, you know, we still learning and growing, but we successful up until this point. And I think that'd be important for them because like you said, we all can be going through the same thing and not know it because we won't talk about it. We'll talk about everything else but how we feeling and our mental, and that's something that we got to change because like you literally can be dying inside, but we'll come around, play spades, kick it, and I'll never know. Unless
I think that like we done
like
been doing like a better job tapping in with each other. I think.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No, we need to do it more. I don't think we do it enough, honestly, because like, I mean, we all got different relationships with each other, you know what I'm saying? You got your relationship with Mike, I got mine with Jordan, John. We all got, I mean, at the end of the day, we all still boys, but everybody got that little different relationship, you know what I'm saying? Where you feel more comfortable coming to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's money problems, family problems, situations like that. Because I know, like, me, I don't like to go to everybody with my problems. I like to keep my stuff to myself, which I just started doing better with opening up, you know what I'm saying? But I like to deal with stuff on my own, but my two dudes back at home, Tracy and Dante, they both lost their mom 1 year apart, and that's like I lost my mom on both sides, you know what I'm saying? So we check in every Sunday. We check in every Sunday. If one of us don't check in, we're gonna make sure we call them check in, because that mental health is crazy. It's crazy, and losing your mom that's a whole different hurt. So I try and make sure I tap into them every Sunday and be like, "How you doing? Scale 1 to 10, your mental. How you doing business wise? How you doing personal wise? How work going? Everything like that." And because just like I said earlier, once you start to see them start falling off that scale, you need to make sure you're paying attention, because that's when something bad will happen.
So
Real shit.
You just gotta have your boys back. So like going off of what you just said, like do you think that there's any like benefits or threats of like being too closed off or too open?
There is.
Both ways.
There is and there ain't, because everybody handle their business different. Some people like to be around people. That makes them forget about what's going on. Like you always talk about that vacation stuff, going on vacation. When you go on vacation,
I ain't think about
you
nothing.
don't think about nothing.
Facts.
But that's a good thing.
Think
That's a
about
good thing. You can't.
Yeah,
but
it's like your
but when
escape.
you get back home, it might hit you 2 times harder. You know what I'm saying?
Or it might be easier to deal with once you get back.
That's why I said it's all about the person. It's all about the person, how they handle it. How they handle it. So like me, I know like when I'm stressed, I like to take a nap. But when I wake up, I know I still gotta face some same problems. But getting that little stressor, getting that stress relief, that little nap, you know what I'm saying? It'll help me fight my demons a little better, give me a little more energy and everything. Because being bottled up too long, like I said, once you keep putting too much pop in that bottle, it's gonna pop. Some people, they slowly take sips of it, you know what I'm saying, so that they won't pop. But it's all about how you handle the situation. I don't know how y'all handle y'all situation, but tell them how y'all handle y'all situation.
I definitely got better, like as a kid or even like growing up, and I'm still getting better. Like I never used to tell anybody like what I was going through, my problems. I was always cool. I was always like laid back, and I just sit back and just watch. And then once I feel comfortable, I come around, I talk, come on my shell a little bit. But if it's like if we had like a function or something and I don't know nobody there, I'm do just what everybody else do, just stand in the back and just look. get comfortable with my surroundings. But I mean, that's how I deal with it. But now them demons that we was talking that we were sweeping under the rug. I start facing them later on in life and realizing that I wasn't healing from the past, and I was kind of going down a road that I ain't see myself, having success at. So I had to basically look in the mirror, assess my situation, get everything I'm going through, and come up with a plan to not fall victim or not feel sorry for myself and fall off. So I definitely, start tapping into writing more, writing down how I feel. And I, just try to hit the gym at least a couple days a week, release those endorphins that make me feel, pretty good. So that's how I've been dealing with it.
Eliminating stressors.
And then I've been
just stressors.
The more you talk about your problems, that with people who going through the same thing, it's easier because now you can tell them your problems, they're gonna tell you yours, and they're gonna be. It's just like getting a different perspective. They're gonna tell you how they would go about it.
Yeah, you come up with a solution.
Yeah, so it's just easier. And more people you can feel
it's hard to
comfortable
ask for
talking
help
to.
too. You know
It
what I'm
is,
saying? It's hard for people to read. Somebody might be going through this right now. And it's hard for people to read. It's too much pride. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to reach out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody going through the exact same thing.
Now you feel weak or
and they won't even reach out to you. Hey man, how'd you get through this situation? That's how this generation teaching us.
What you do?
I mean, to hit on your question, a little bit further, I know I didn't probably experience both ends of the spectrum. I'd have been, you know what I'm saying, in my recent time, I've been too open, and then, and in my past, I've been closed off. I ain't nothing, and I just grew up in a household where, me and my mom are close in age. She 13 years older than me, so we grew up together. So I didn't really have a parent to parent me at a time. You know what I'm saying? Even though when I love my mom, she did everything she could, and she fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But at some times I just didn't feel she would know something, so I would go to my grandmother.
Right.
But at the time, when she was in college, I was living in Dayton, and my grandmother lived in Cleveland. So at that time, I can't just hey grandma, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a phone, and two, at the time, it was just it's just not that. It's harder to do that. So for me, when I grew up, I was a closed off child. I bottled a lot of stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I was just angry. Didn't know what to do with my emotions. So I'll just snap on people, or I'll, be quick to anger. To some people would say, but to me, I'm not quick to anger because I didn't held all this stuff in for so long. You know what I'm saying? I've been closed off, but nobody knows that. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't say anything. I didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But now, in a situation, say if Mike don't know me, I'm in a situation. Mike damn, this dude crazy. We ain't even saying nothing. You feel me? The whole time, but I'm just fighting stuff in my head, and then
it's just taking one little thing.
Yeah, and then I received some stuff on the other side of the spectrum where, I was too open to the fact where, I had some stuff on my chest that I wanted to get rid of, but then I expressed it or said it
to the wrong person,
in the wrong crowd, in the wrong setting. You know what I'm saying? It was just and it came back to bite me. You know what I'm saying? And I asked because.
Was you drunk?
No.
Nah, for real though, if I'm gonna get drunk, you get to say everything
But no, it just came back to bite me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know if I could put my trust into them for real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm on this journey, so I had to see fuck it, I'm here, so I might as well just, so I'm going through it. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this to them while I was fresh in my mind. I could get it off my chest, but then just, you know what I'm saying, my information or whatever I was feeling, got back to, and it's you gotta find an equilibrium. I feel, and it's really hard. You know what I'm saying? But based on your lifestyle, based on who the people you have around you, you gotta find that balance, because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you jumping off one end or you jumping off the other end.
That's where the growth come from, though. Growth through experiences.
Side note before you go, Mike, is he from Dayton?
Cincinnati.
Man.
I lived in Dayton for 4 years.
How old were you?
Not even 3 years.
How old were you?
You said I wasn't no
I went to-
How old were
It
you?
explains
I
a
went
lot
to-
now.
Hold
I
on.
went to-
How old were you?
I went to school when I was.
No. How old were you when you?
I went to school in Dayton from first to third. First to third.
Bro,
First to
how old
third.
were you, bro?
First to third.
Oh yeah.
Put
Five-
age on it.
Five.
Some people start school
Five
at
to
4 or
eight.
5.
5 to 8.
Oh yeah. he-
Okay, so yeah, you're from Dayton.
No, stop. Stop.
Bro, that's where
I
you
spent
from.
most of my life here. What are you talking about?
This is where you look.
I grew up
He
here.
reside here.
Where was you born
I
at?
grew up
Where was
here.
you born
He
at?
reside here.
I was born in Dayton. I mean, not in Dayton.
Hey,
I was born in Bedford.
no, listen
I was
up.
born in Bedford.
This explains
I was born
why-
in Bedford. I was
This
born in
is-
Bedford. I swear to God, I was born in Bedford.
What did you
So
just say?
you was
Dayton?
My mom was born in.
You was raised in Dayton for 3 years. You from Dayton, bro? Mama.
I spent the majority of my life in Cleveland. What are you talking about?
Because
Hey.
look, I try to tell people this.
Real quick.
That's what you claim. You claim Cleveland,
Oh,
but you from Dayton, bro. Mama, you from Dayton.
Did you just open up too much?
Listen,
You from Dayton, bro.
he's from Elyria. You can't tell me nothing.
But I was born in Cleveland.
So you from Cleveland?
From 1 through 3rd, I was in Elyria. So I'm from Elyria. I claim where I'm from.
Bro, you grew up in
from
Elyria.
Dayton, bro.
You grew up only in Elyria, right?
Yeah, I was born in Cleveland.
Oh hell no.
Born
Yeah.
across the road.
No, you crazy. I was born in Natty.
You were born in Kentucky.
But there's the Oak Hospital, boy. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Kentucky, Ohio.
Boy, when you in Cincinnati on Snapchat, it say Cincinnati, Kentucky.
Your airport is Cincinnati, Kentucky.
Your
Yeah,
facts.
I never been to that,
What?
so it don't matter.
It is. It's really Cincinnati, Kentucky.
I know
so,
it is, but I never
Cincinnati
been
is
there.
a very beautiful city. Very
How's
beautiful.
KFC down there?
Alright, it gets crazy.
Skyline chili.
Gold Star is better.
John wants to be from the hood so
Man,
bad.
y'all crazy.
He,
Hey,
John's
Mike,
a-
it's on Mike.
he's a great kid.
crazy.
He's one of those kids that want to be hard,
Oh,
but he's
alright.
soft. He just don't want to be labeled as soft.
Public record. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
And this little snippet or whatever just happened is the perfect example to the next question. How do you find the right friend group? And how you, I mean, sure, you got to be a real person. You're going to check yourself about real people. But how do you keep that friend group strong? And how you find
I
and
think
attract to each other?
I think before we do that, we should tell them how we all became friends because that goes good with that question.
Yeah.
How do we attract each other at Baldwin Wallace?
At a
I mean, we obviously found the right friend group.
BW.
Hey, look.
Oh.
So,
I'm really John's pops.
Fuck.
So-
here.
so
I
look.
brought him to BW.
We all play football.
Yeah,
together,
we all
man.
play football. I came in, like, kind of like knowing the BW culture because in high school, I was in this program called the Baldwin Wallace Scholars Program, and you know, my boys. I was like, I think originally it was like 8 to 10 of us that originally came to BW together, and you know, we had our group, so we knew when we came in we was tight. You know what I'm saying? Then I played ball, so I kind of like knew in the back of my head. I knew in the back of my head you was gonna meet some people. Right? What?
USC.
Man, he
John, don't say that, bro.
So we're gonna meet some people. So, you know, from there, it was just like we all had that same. I don't want to like same it. Like it was the same it factor that we all had. Like, and we just all clicked. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I met Day off the fluke though. I don't even know. I only met you because of Wes.
and we was in the same wide receiver meetings.
We ain't even talk.
I know, but that's what was so weird. That's what I'm saying. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like,
But then-
we was in the same room and didn't really. I don't know.
I don't even know. Like it was just like, and then Mike and Fo was from Cleveland, so you know that was just an easy thing for me. So
Yeah, like we all came in together. Me, Jordan, and Mike came in together.
You started coming
and
taking naps in the dorm and
hold on, and then I got referred from somebody to be his big brother, basically.
They
So
definitely did.
I took him under my wing.
Visit.
I took him under my wing.
Hey, the funny thing about John, I'm really his pops though.
Fuck
Coach
outta
O
here,
came to me
bitch.
like, hey, we got a kid that come from the same background as you know what I'm saying? He said, you'll be great meeting him. I want you to come and talk to him. I had class. He said, no, this is more important than class. I said, bet. Man, I walk in, and it's John and his mom sitting there. It was your mom, right? Him and his mom sitting there. I'm like, man, this kid look like a good kid. Got to talk about how John was got in some trouble and everything. John over there decided which school he want to go to. I think you had Ashland over there too. And I went there for a year, so I was telling him about how Ashland is. And I mean, it's a good school and everything, but I told him to come to Baldwin Wallace. That's where I was at. So next thing you know, little old Johnny came to Baldwin Wallace.
Bro, it's so wild, bro, because like, I don't even remember how I had met y'all, bro, because like, I had medical registered, so like, I was just around, you know what I'm saying?
You was on the sideline with your collar shirt on, with your clipboard, man.
Yeah, I was. Writing down plays like a damn flunk.
So you picked the right friend group, though, because, I mean, there's a lot of people at Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah, word.
You could have picked your own friend group.
Yeah, like Johnny or Tommy.
What made you pick us? You know what I'm saying?
So you want to play?
Who's the video?
Willie and Gerald and
Dennison. Gilbert, come on, man. So like, I think what like made me clean to y'all is just like everybody just being in Finley Hall, you know what I'm saying, playing spades and everything, and like everybody just seeming like that, like, you feel me? It just gave me that like family vibe off the rip, because everybody BSing the whole time. We all staying up till 2 in the morning. We got lifting at 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just doing stuff that we weren't supposed to be doing, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Like, still being there for each other and everything. So I think like that's just what had me like cleaning y'all, and then it was like y'all had like took me in as like a little bro. So it was just, I was like, all right, bet.
We've been watching you ever since, little bro.
Hey, man.
You went from drinking White Claws to Hennessy, baby.
Crazy as hell, nigga.
Now he drink White Claw seltzer.
Fuck out of here, bitch. You drink Bud
You
Light.
drink sausage water.
Why you want to keep saying somebody drink sausage water?
That shit tastes nice, bro. You ever drink the Vahini sauce? What is it?
Vienna?
Vienna sausages?
You never had them, bro.
Bro, stop. I ate straight out the can
shit.
with the hot sauce. Quit playing with me, bro. Used to drink the water out of it too because I was thirsty at the end. We had nothing to
You're
drink.
sick.
You're sick.
That's why I said he drinks sausage.
I put my mouth on the faucet as a kid, boy. I was thirsty as hell. You never did that.
Bro, I drank water out the faucet outside the house that was in the grass and the mud. I ain't care. Yeah, I'm the hose. Yeah, I'm the hose.
Water at the water hose.
I never had a water hose.
What?
No, you don't have no water hose, boy.
Everybody
do,
had a
bro.
water hose, bro.
On the side of your house.
That's how we swim.
Because your parents be like, stop playing in my damn
You had
water.
the pool. You had the
public
pool.
housing, bro.
John, you
Yes,
had
they be
you
like,
had to
stop playing
blow
in
a
the
pool.
water.
Or y'all had the pool in the back of the
on the side of your
apartment
house.
that everybody got to
Oh, I
swim
forgot
in.
you had.
He's privileged. He's privileged.
You
Public
had,
housing, bro.
Bro,
you had a doorbell that
You
worked
found me a water hose.
Bro, you
and
paid
I
for
found
lunch.
gold,
You
bro.
paid for your
Y'all had
school lunch.
doorbell cameras in there?
You
Yeah.
crazy.
Doorbell and the screen door.
You paid for your
Fuck no, the
school.
screen door ripped. Oh, fuck you talking about?
You paid for your school lunch.
$250
Yeah.
a day.
Are you dumb as
I had
fuck?
free and reduced.
You too?
We didn't make enough.
Free and reduced.
Too much it came in the bag. What you talking about? From start to finish, nigga. My shit might still come in the bag now at BW, goddamn.
All right, so with some closing stuff. Just to give the people who watching this a little something to take home for themselves. When dealing with some personal issues, right? You could give an example or whatever. But when dealing with some personal issues or when you dealt with or whatever, how do you keep your head above water?
Like, so what is that? Like, what's happening with this personal issue? Like,
So it.
I mean, it ain't gotta be specific.
So like for example, like I'm giving you a little example. Like say, if remember the time I was in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, like dealing with that, or even dealing with somebody who passed away, dealing with that. I know a lot of times people be angry, sad, or whatever, or you know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Like just an experience that you felt that potentially may have bettered you. You know what I'm saying, and allows you to give some knowledge to somebody else.
I think the like way that I like deal with stuff has changed over time. You know, with like growth. Like, man, as a kid, I just was all right. That happened. All right, like just go outside, go play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would just I don't know, just like naturally just pushing off to the side now. For like and like a couple y'all said earlier, like some of that stuff that you push off at like an early age definitely come back around. And like once you fight with those demons, you heal from that. Now, when I go through stuff now, I like kind of try to embrace it, and like I like kind of let myself sit in that moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to get up, like just run from it. I just sit in it and just like, okay, boom, like critically think, how the hell am I about to get out of this situation? And like, I think just from revisiting some of that stuff that traumatized me as a kid, stuff like that, and being able to deal with that and learn how to like get over the old stuff, it's helping me get over new stuff. You know what I'm saying? So my advice would just be like face it. You know what I'm saying? Don't run from it, because the longer you run from it, the bigger it gets. You know what I'm saying? So,
I definitely feel that, like facing it, like you said, face it and embrace it, like deal with it, see, like take the situation for what it is, take all the good, take it out, take all the bad, take it out, and like ask yourself, like how can you move on, like what would be the best for your mental health or your personal development to move on from the situation, and like make a plan or like take steps to actually like do that. Like if you're going through something like that or like a bad experience, I say be around people that you care about, people that you love, like somebody that can make you laugh, or just be around like some good energy. Like instead of sitting in the room by yourself, thinking to yourself, listening to music that's gonna make you think about that situation over and over. Like just keep your mind busy on something different, or like do something, like have a goal within yourself or something that y'all like doing, and like focus on that. Like just do something you like doing. Like I know you like working out. You try to.
Crazy. I'm the strongest in the room, buddies.
Probably not. But yeah, no, I'll just say like just do something that you love, or be around people that you care about. That's that you know that'll help you if you feeling down or like you need some uplift.
What about you, Mike? Man,
Mike been quiet.
Mike always quiet, man.
Mike said he interested. Mike went over here like.
For real though.
I've been quiet.
He observed.
I've been quiet, bro. Tell him how you feel,
I
bro.
just sparked up some conversation a little bit.
He did.
Like I said,
Damn. You feel me?
I'm putting him on the
getting
spot.
attacked. Dang. But no, me personally, I just stay even keel most of the time. So it's like, it's easier for me to deal with situations. But it might be different for somebody else. So my advice for people that might be more like my way, the way I live, I guess, just be cool. It's gonna pass over eventually. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
No, I
works for some
agree.
people.
Yeah.
that's how some people be. They just wing it. You know what I'm saying? Shit
You
is
like-
life.
and
They look at it like it's just life. Shit
Yeah.
happens.
It's not
You know what I'm
too.
saying? Just get over it.
He don't get too high or too low. He just
Yeah,
like,
he just
Yeah,
stay
you
right
like you
there.
be like
He mellow.
kind of like not nonchalant, but like a sense in a
Mellow.
way. But like, cause I'm the same way. Like I take a situation that's something bad that happened. I be like, it is what it is. I can't keep living in that moment. I can't keep feeling that
Yeah,
pain.
right.
Like it is what it is. I gotta either shake back and get back what I lost, or just move on. Know how to move different for next time.
Yeah, that might come with just knowing self, honestly.
Yeah,
For real.
sure.
right.
Just like you know yourself and you know like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, we done been through some stuff before, so like we good, we still alive, we still pushing. So, I feel like, that's kind of like the aura Mike gives is like, I've been through some stuff, but like I got this. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Fo, like, but I got this. You know what I'm saying? So
Some stuff out of your control
You
too.
definitely gotta
for real.
live in the now.
yeah,
You gotta live in the now, not the moment. Because some people look at it differently. Like me, I when something happened, like we had remember I told y'all we had them 3 deaths in a row. Like how you get over that? You get over one, okay, the next day you like, all right, damn, this is crazy. You finally over that, something else happens. Then something else happens. Like damn, like me personally, I'm telling you, I just like Mike said, I be here, but then sometimes I be low because I be thinking about it all the time. So I'm saying it's all about the growth too, because back then I go and get me a bottle, you know what I'm saying? I love being around people, so that always make me take my mind off stuff. Being around people make me laugh and make me feel better. So I try not to live in the past and I try not to live in the future. I try and live in the now, because if you keep living in the past, it's just gonna keep occurring. It's gonna keep fucking you up mentally. And then you're gonna mentally be drained. You go from a 10 to a 1 that fast, and you don't know what happened. But it's just all about living in the now now.
For me, really, I'll probably just say a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll do something I love, and it'll take my mind off it for a little bit, and it allows me to come back to it with a better mindset. Like, you don't want to ever handle anything under stress, or want to handle anything where you're like just puzzled. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is just moving too fast. Like if you're angry or you're super sad, you don't want to do nothing because you might just do it out of like reaction.
You acting off emotion.
You just acting, like you're not thinking logically. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to remove myself. I like to remove myself from stuff, and we could talk about this another episode, but that might also be my toxic trait. So
You sick.
But I would like to tell people like just take some time to yourself. Think about it, think through it. You know what I'm saying? Like lately, I just been, if something happens, I'll just pray about it, and I'll just come back to it, and I'll just attack it a different way than I was thinking before. So, you know, just create space. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the big picture. That's how I think about it. Like you step back. If you look at something so close, you can't see everything. But if you take a step back, you know what I'm saying, you see the bigger picture. So then, you know, this will be our closing. Just go around. How we feeling mentally? How we feeling physically?
Me, physically, I'm at, you know, like 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? Like
10.
no, I'm saying like just because we like playing football right now, so I'm saying like I'm saying like, I'm just okay. I'm an 8. I mean, I just had practice 2 hours ago. You know, that's that. Mentally, I'm like an 8 too. You know what I'm saying? Just because I mean I got graduation in 2 months exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure I get everything. You know what I'm saying, to a T. You know what I'm saying? Crossing my T's, dotting my I's, because I'll be damned if they put some BS, you know, on the back end. So I'm just trying to just
Say you can't walk.
yeah, oh my.
You gotta spend another semester at BW.
They don't want to see. They don't want to see what happened with that. But anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely like an 8. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just trying to let that stuff stress me out. Just trying to stay positive. Just study as much as I can. Just like leaving no doubt. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know what I'm saying, mess me over. Then like that's something that I can't control, but I can control me doing what I need to do. So.
I'll say mentally for me too, I'm an 8. Only because like I don't think mentally we'll ever be a 10 because something always gonna happen or like something always is gonna drive us like to like you know act off emotion. So I'll say 8. I'm probably mentally strong as now than I've ever probably been at, like ever in my life. So I think my mental is way better than what it was, and it's you know growing, and I'm been like reading a lot more, eating cleaner, and like you know working out. So that definitely like helps, like and makes me stay consistent because like the feeling you get from that just make you feel good. So I just you know revert back to what makes me feel good. So I've been doing a lot of that. So like I said, yeah, mentally I'm good. Physically I feel good. Like I'm feeling better, gaining more confidence. So I say it's definitely a step in the right direction. So I'm excited for where it's headed.
I'll say physically getting better.
Skip me.
Yeah, John's fucked up the order, so shit. You feel me? But no, yeah, physically I'm getting better. I'll say a 7, room for improvement. But then mentally I feel like folks said, you'll never be a 10, so I feel like an 8-ish. I feel like we always say 8, but 8-ish. Because it seems like a pretty good number to be at, especially you know where we at right now in life. So
Graduation, I might be at a 10 on that day. Oh my goodness.
Graduation, yeah, 10 for sure.
I got a 60.
then your ass gonna be back to a 6.
Fuck
that real life hit, nigga.
I'm at 60 right, nigga. I need a gallon of
I think I'm at physically I'm at about 9, 8. I feel good about myself. Always confident. Mentally, I'm at about a 7. Fight my own demons and stuff every day. Dealing with a lot of stuff back at home, but I'm in high spirits. Ain't nothing to complain about. Living, my daughter healthy, family healthy.
How you plan on making like yourself feel better as far as like battling them demons? Like how you plan on like attacking that approach?
I take it day by day. You know what I'm saying? I don't try and take on too many demons at once. I definitely been more open with talking about my problems and stuff about that. And if I need help, I seek help or something